An Oklahoma toddler is in the hospital tonight, and her parents believe she got sick after eating tainted spinach, the same bacteria that killed 3 people and sickened nearly 200 people last month.
The health department hasn't confirmed the illness, but as Stacey Cameron tells us, it's hitting the youngest family member the hardest.
Kelly, it's absolutely heartbreaking. A 2-year-old girl, she loved drinking spinach smoothies and thinking it was healthy. Her parents let her drink as much of it as she wanted, never imagining it would land her at Children's Hospital.
The living room is the heart of the Schultz home. It's where 4-year-old Zoe likes to color, and it's 2-year-old Robin's favorite place to read. It's also where Dad found 2-year-old Eliza every day after work.
I live for coming home from work and having her see me and say, "Daddy."
But last month, Eliza became sick. After vomiting and suffering from fatigue, fever, and diarrhea for 5 days, Eliza was rushed to the hospital.
Her good days in the hospital have been a treat to me because I've just got to hold her and just smile with her.
The apparent cause of Eliza's sickness? E. coli.
We ingest the organism, and the bacteria gets into our intestinal system and causes diarrhea, certainly bloody diarrhea, and really bad abdominal cramping.
While the Department of Health can't confirm the E. coli outbreak, doctors think the entire Schultz family was exposed to the bacteria after drinking a spinach smoothie. And while Eliza's family recovered, the E. coli bacteria is now attacking her kidneys, leaving 2-year-old Eliza in a battle for her life.
We don't know if she's going to get her full kidney function back. We've been told that it would be wise to get her name on a list of patients waiting for kidneys.
As Eliza continues dialysis.
We first told you about Eliza Schultz last week, the 2-year-old battling kidney failure after being exposed to E. coli last month. We're happy to report the 2-year-old is getting better and finally going home. Stacey Cameron was with the family today and joins us now with more on the homecoming. Stacey.
Amy, when doctors told the Schultz family that Eliza could come home today, it was a complete surprise. They simply didn't expect this much improvement this fast. And while the life in Eliza's eyes and the joy in her smile are coming back, this young girl may still be in need of a miracle.
The past 6 weeks have been a long haul for Eliza Schultz.
We also thought we would be out of there in a week in the hospital, so it's anyone's guess.
The 2-year-old came into contact with the E. coli bacteria after drinking a spinach smoothie in September, and Eliza's been battling for her life ever since.
My biggest fear is that she won't get her kidney function back. It's still a possibility, and we're going to hope and pray and trust that it will come back.
Thank you.
Toxins from the bacteria are causing both of Eliza's kidneys to fail, and now she spends 14 hours a day on a dialysis machine.
You go stick it on there.
It's basically life or death. You can't go too long without it. It's basically going without kidneys. You can die.
While Eliza's mother Shannon holds on to the hope her daughter will recover, this day proves to be a blessing. After spending a month and a half in the hospital, Eliza's finally coming home.
So hopefully we're on the good road, but we don't know for sure.
Okay, here we go. Go see Robin. It's a homecoming the entire family's prayed for, and the excitement is simply more than twin sister Robin can contain.
Give her a hug.
Give her a hug. Back home for the first time, Eliza quickly finds her favorite spot, sitting in Mom's lap with sister and a book. And while the entire book on Eliza's illness hasn't been written,
even the doctors aren't willing to speculate one way or the other yet.
Shannon says she plans on calling the final chapter, How Faith, Love, and Prayer Paved Eliza's Road to Recovery.
This is a road we can walk. This is much more manageable than where we came from.
So glad to see her home with her little twin sister.
Wasn't that precious? Yeah. She was excited too.
Good for her.
Next at 6, a toddler in the metro may need a transplant after eating E. coli tainted spinach, the gift her family got just in time for Christmas. And this.
Hey girls. The Schultz kids were hanging out in their dad's office today, going to see the football that's prompted thousands of people to give money to little Eliza's parents to help pay for medical expenses.
She was in the hospital for 6 weeks with HUS from E. coli, and we suspected it was the spinach since we had been making spinach smoothies. She hasn't recovered her kidney function yet,
Eliza walks around with a tube in her nose now all the time. And
As the doctor reminded me, what you see on the outside isn't always an indication of what's going on the inside. And if, again, we keep thinking she's getting better, and then we have a back set where she starts to decline again.
Eliza goes through 12 hours of dialysis each night and can only eat through a tube, thus racking up expensive medical bills. And because of that, people in her father's office found a way to help out financially, selling tickets to raffle off an OU football, which has raised $10,920.
It's just been a roller coaster of emotions, but of being overwhelmed by the situation, but also overwhelmed by how church and family and friends have really gathered around us in amazing ways.
And because of the amazing support, the Schultz family says they will drive home today, feeling less financial stress and more hope around the holidays.